Hi all, in this session we are going to learn about Terraform. Here we can learn what is Terraform, what is infrastructure as a code, how we are going to automate the infrastructure creation with the help of Terraform. Everything we are going to discuss in detail, and I am going to show it to you in a practical manner as well. Let us quickly understand what do we mean by Terraform. Here Terraform is an open source tool, means it is freely available over internet, and it is mainly used for provisioning and managing the cloud infrastructure. Means not only we can be able to provision the resources, at the same time we can be able to manage the resources as well. Generally, up to now, what we had done, whenever there is a requirement to create any kind of service, simply we log into the portal. From portal, by choosing manually through graphical user interface, we are going to create the required services. Suppose here my requirement has been changed. The client has asked you to create the infrastructure by using the infrastructure as a code. Means you are going to develop some kind of script. Whenever you are going to script, it is going to generate the required resources based on the things which you are defined over the script. Means whatever the resources which you want to create, you are going to define in the script. Whenever you are going to execute the script, automatically the required infrastructure which you want to be created over the portal. That is nothing but infrastructure as a code. Here, by using Terraform, what kind of services I can be able to create? Here, by using the Terraform, you can be able to create whatever the resource you want. You can be able to create all the resources in the Azure. Is it only applicable to Azure? It cannot be used for any other service? No. The Terraform is an open source tool, and at the same time it is platform independent. Means it is going to use for many cloud servers, like either it can be used for Azure, AWS, GCP, and for on-premises as well. If you want to integrate, then you can be able to create the resources. This is the Terraform. And come to here, with Terraform we are going to define the configuration files. Means in any tool, if you take, suppose if you are taking Jenkins, you are going to develop Jenkins files. If you are going to use Docker, you are going to make Docker file. If you are going to use Kubernetes, you are going to use manifest file. In the similar way, in Terraform as well, we are going to make one configuration file. The extension of the Terraform is .tf. Here what you will do, you are going to make one file which is in the YAML script, and you are going to define the resources which you want in that configuration file only. Whenever you are going to run the configuration file, it is going to generate the required resources which you are going to define in the configuration file. Okay guys, and the Terraform works with variety of platforms like Azure, AWS, GCP. This thing we had already discussed. And let us have a deep intro about the Terraform configuration files. Here the Terraform configuration file tells the Terraform how to manage the infrastructure, how to deploy or provision the infrastructure in cloud. Means in configuration file we are going to define each and everything which are required in order to create the resources over the concerned platform, whether it is a Azure or AWS or GCP, whatever the platform it is there. So we are going to define everything in the configuration file. Based on the things which we had defined inside of the configuration file, the concerned resources will be created over the concerned platform. Okay, here we have different modules are there. While we creating configuration files, we have the different modules are there. Generally, what is the purpose of modules? It is a kind of some process or one part. Generally, it is used to represent the configuration of an object. Object is nothing but a resource. Suppose if you want to configure in one of the resource, then you are going to represent some kind of configuration which is related to that particular object. Here in the blocks or modules, you are going to mention the things which is required as per requirement. Generally, we have three modules in Terraform. The first thing is we need to declare the provider and region. Here the provider and region is going to change continuously. Here the provider may be AWS or Azure or GCP. Whatever the provider is there, you are going to mention the provider and region block. And region, in which region you want to create the resources. If you take Azure, we have almost 64 plus regions are available. So you need to define the region where the resources are going to create in that particular region. So the first thing is provider and region. The second thing is resource configuration. Here in this block or module, you are going to define whatever the resources you want, you are going to define here in resource configuration module. And the third thing is variable declaration. Here, generally where we are going to use the variables, generally where you are going to declare variables, if you have something which is going to repeatedly happening in the same script, instead of mentioning the same thing in a multiple times, you are going to use the variable session. Based on the variables you are set, the resource is going to create by using the variables. It is like a reference. Variable is nothing but a reference. Here we are going to declare the variables. Based on the variables you had set, while running the script, it is going to use that variables in order to create the resources. Fine. There are different steps in Terraform while executing the script. So I am going to make the use of screen marker in order to make you better. Here the first command we are going to use Terraform init. Assume you have some configuration file is there which has been written in the YAML script, that is a Terraform configuration file. Suppose if you want to execute that configuration file in order to create the resources in the portal, then what is the first command? Terraform init. The Terraform init, what it will do, it is going to initiate the directory or folder which consists of configuration files or YAML files. Okay, just like GitHub repository, whenever we are going to initialize git init dot in order to initialize the empty hub repository. In the similar way, if we want to make the Terraform, first of all, what the command we need to execute? Terraform init. It is a command which is used to initiate the working directory. Then the second is Terraform plan. What the Terraform plan will do? Here, whatever the things which you are defined in the configuration file, it is going to make a plan. Means if I execute the script, what will happen? If you want to know, then simply by executing the command Terraform plan, it is going to show out to you what are the things will be created when you execute this plan. Here, this is about the Terraform plan. And Terraform apply. Terraform apply is actual thing. Means if you type the Terraform apply, what will happen? It is going to create the resources in the portal. Means it is going to make the action. Here it is going to execute the action. The Terraform plan means initially when I run the Terraform platform, it is going to show out us what are the things will be created when you execute this script. And if you type the Terraform apply, then what are the things which has been shown in the plan, it is going to make it in the action plan. Means the resources will be created in the portal. And once you had done with the requirement, successfully had created the infrastructure, then after that, after some time, after some days, there is nothing. You need to destroy the environment. You need to decommission the environment. Then what is the command you are going to use? The Terraform destroy is the command which we are going to use in order to destroy the environment which we had created. Okay guys, these are the 4 basic commands we must ensure we need to about this. Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. iPad, init, plan, apply, destroy. These 4 commands you must and should know if you are working on the Terraform. Okay, calm down. Here I am going to show to you guys the step-by-step procedure how we are going to execute the Terraform script from our local laptops. Generally, we have seen lot of labs by using the Cloud Shell, but instead of executing these commands from the Cloud Shell, what we will do, we are going to integrate the Terraform in our local machine, and we are connecting to the Azure portal from our local machine in order to execute the script. So the configuration file you are going to develop in your local machine only, and if you run the Terraform script file in your local machine, it is going to create the resources in the Azure portal. How that will be done? The step-by-step procedure I am going to show to you guys. First of all, you need to install the Terraform plugins on your local machine. Here I just provided the link for you guys. By using the link, simply go to the browser and paste here. Here I am going to use the Windows machine, so that's why I am going to choose the Windows. In Windows, what the version I am going to choose? AMD 64. Just click on download. then what will happen? It is going to download the Terraform plugins files. Just open the path. It is going to just click on downloads. Here what it is showing, it is downloaded as a zip file. Just we need to extract the file first of all. Extract all. Extract. Yes, it has been extracted. Go to downloads. If you go inside of it, how many files we have? Two files is there. One is Terraform application file and the second one is license, the text document. Here what you need to done is just copy the Terraform file, copy and go to this PC, C drive. Here what you need to done? Here you need to create one folder. In C drive, you need to create one folder. The name is apps. Enter. And here inside of the app, you just want to paste the Terraform application executable file, not all the file. The text file is not required. You simply mention the Terraform executable file. And if you type control panel, just open the control panel. Each and every step I had mentioned in the material, guys. Please refer. So here I just downloaded the MD64 file. Then after that I am extracting the file. And once the file has been extracted, I'm going to save in the C drive apps folder. And I just want to make some kind of thing to the advanced system settings. How that will be done, I'm going to show to you guys. Just open Windows R, Control. Here go to System and Security. Go to Security and Maintenance. No, this is not. I hope. Come back. Here where it is not security and maintain, just go to System. Once you are in System, just come down, click on the Advanced System Settings. Here click on Environment Variables. Here you need to mention one variable path, like click on Create. I am going to mention as Terraform. Here you need to mention the path where your Terraform is. Here just click here, copy, paste here. Okay, fine. Just click on OK. Okay, then this thing has been completed. Then come to material. So I had successfully added in the path. Now what I will do, so I just need to go to the command prompt, cmd. Here I just need to check the Terraform version. Suppose the Terraform has been successfully installed in your machine, then it is going to show to you the version. Yes, this is the version, the Terraform v1.10.2. This is the version right now I had installed in my machine. Okay guys, calm down. Then what is the further thing you need to do? You just need to install the Visual Studio Code on your machine, because of here we are going to develop the Terraform script in the Visual Studio Code only. In my machine, as I have already installed the Visual Studio Code, so I am going to just open the Visual Studio Code. Guys, this is kind of working environment. So the majority of the companies are going to use the Visual Studio in order to develop the script, whether it may be JSON script, whether it may be .NET project, whether it may be Terraform project. There are a lot of scripting languages which has been supported by the Visual Studio Code, and just click on continue with code. Okay, so in the meanwhile what I will do, I am going to create one folder. The name of the folder is temp. Just go to C drive, just click on right click, just create new folder. Just make the name as, otherwise whatever the name you want you can set, dev tester. Okay, okay, it is a empty folder. Dev tester is a empty folder. And go to Visual Studio Code and click on file, open new folder. Which folder I am going to open? The folder which I had created. Go to this PC, C drive, dev tester. Right now you are inside of dev tester. There is no script files out there. And one more thing guys, you just need to install some kind of extensions. Extensions are nothing but plugins. Here you need to install the Terraform plugins. Simply type Terraform. Let me check whether Terraform is there. Yes. Here it has been already installed on my machine. Suppose if it is not installed on your machine, simply type the Terraform. Here click and you have the option install. And it is going to take some around 10 minutes of time in order to install the Terraform plugins on your machine. Okay, once the installation has been successful, just close it. And here in view, you have the terminal. Okay guys, terminal is used in order to execute your scripts. Okay, otherwise just click on close and click on tools or view. Just go to the terminal. Okay, right now where it is C dev tester, I just created one folder C dev tester. Right now I am in the inside of dev tester only. Right now there are no scripts are there. So go to the material and come down. Here one more thing we need to done is, so I am going to develop the script, that's okay. But before executing the script, what the thing I need to do? I need to establish the connection from my local machine to the Azure portal. How that can be achieved? So in order to make the connection between these things, so I am going to the home. Here I am going to the Entra, Microsoft Entra ID. No, Entra. Here click on manage. You have app registration are there. Just click on app registration. Click on new registration. Just make Terraform application. Type Terraform and register. Once it has been registered, then what you will do? Just go to the app registration page. There, just click all the applications. Here you have Terraform is there. Just click on here. At the same time, what the thing you need to done is the next thing. Just duplicate it. You need to add such kind of permissions first of all. So come here, go to home, go to subscription. Here I am going to provide the role access at subscription level. Go to subscription, go to pay as you go subscription. Right now I hold, and go to IAM, identity access management, and here I am going to add one new role to the application which I had. It is not a human entry, it is just an integration of application. Just click on add role assignment. Here I am going to select the privileged administrator role. Just select the contributor role, click on next. The member I am going to choose is, just simply type Terraform. Yes, Terraform is an application, it is not a human entity. I am going to select the Terraform and click on next, review plus assign. Here I had created one application registration, the name is Terraform. I just provided the contributor role access to the app, that is nothing but a Terraform which I had registered. So go to here. Here you need to create some kind of keys. Here click on manage. Here you have the certificates and secrets are there. Just click on here. You need to create one client certificate. Just click on new client certificate, and here you can mention secret 1, and it is going to valid for 6 months or unlimited, or is purely based on the requirement. It is recommended to use for 180 days. Just click on add. It is going to generate the things. Here value is there. Okay guys, here it is the value, and come to material. So here I am going to develop one script. This is the script guys. So here I am going to mention each and everything. I am going to paste in the where notepad. in order to make the customization. Here, okay, Control V. Here, first of all, what the thing is a provider and region block. Here it is a Terraform. It is going to get the provider. The provider is Azure Resource Manager. Okay, the source is HashiCorp Azure RM. The version is 3.0, greater than or equal to 3.0. And provider. Here we need to establish a connection. Here if you are going to execute the script in your local machine, it need to be create the resources in the portal now. In order to make it possible, what you need to do, you need to make a connection. You need to be authorized with the portal. Okay, this guy is going to authenticated, then he is looking to create the resources, then it is going to grant you permission. So how that will be done? First of all, the Azure RM is there, the features, the client ID. What is the client ID? Here go to portal. Here go to portal, go to home and enter ID, the app registration, all applications, click on the Terraform which you had registered. Here you need to copy all the things. The first thing is what? Client ID. Here what is the client ID? Application ID or client ID, both are same. Just copy the client ID, make here. Okay, and client secret. You need to make the client secret. Where is the client secret? Here go to secrets and clients. Here this is the client secret. Copy, paste here. Okay, fine. The subscription ID. It is asking you the subscription ID. What is the subscription ID? Here, come here. Here, subscription ID is there here. No, you need to go to the subscription. Come here. What is your subscription ID? This is your subscription ID. Copy the same and come to here and your subscription ID paste here. Fine. Your tenant ID. Where your tenant ID will be there? Just go to the application. Here you have the directory tenant ID. Copy the tenant ID and come here. Okay. So with this block, what will happen? You are going to authenticate and authorize it with the portal account with the client secret key, client ID, everything. So here, once you are authenticated, then the script which you are going to execute will be into the action group. Means you can be able to create the resources with the help of the script. First of all, you need to authenticate and authorize the application. So with the help of this block, I can be able to make it possible. The communication will be established and permission has been granted. And the thing is, I want to create a resource group. Here, remember guys, whenever you mention any kind of hash here, it is not going to execute. It is just for a reference value. It is not going to execute while you are going to running the script. It is just for reference. And from here, it is going to execute. The resource which I am going to create is the resource. Which resource I am going to create? Azure RM, Azure Resource Manager underscore. It is going to create the resource group. And here you can mention RG underscore 1. It is going to create the resource group 1, and the name of the resource group is, here you can set the name which you want, RG1. I am going to set the RG1, and it is going to create in the East US region here. Okay, and here if you observe here, after hash it is there, means it is not going to execute. If you want to mention, you can, otherwise you can delete and simply copy the script. Here go to the where you will go to the Visual Studio Code. Just click. Right now you are in which folder? Dev tester folder, guys. Just click on new file. You are going to create one new file. Okay. Here, just a moment guys, I'm going to check it. So how that will be done. Here, where it will be there, no, nothing. So here, okay. Otherwise, you can do one thing. Here, you can be able to save as main.tf file and click on all files. Okay. Here you are going to save where? Go to this PC. Here, okay, go to desktop. No, this PC and go to C drive. Dev test is then the folder which you had created. Just okay and click on save. Fine. Right now, I am going to pull the file which I had stored. So I am going to execute it. Don't save. Okay. Here I am going to click on open file. So here I am going to choose this PC, C drive, dev tester, main, which is a .tf file. .tf file is the extension of Terraform file. Just click on open. Okay guys, right now I have the script which is readily available with me. So what I need to done here, come to the terminal. You need to execute the commands. Here just click on save guys. Save. And come to the terminal. The first command you are going to execute is Terraform init. Let me check whether it is going to initiate the plugins or not. Yes, it is going to initiate the plugins first of all. So once this command has been successfully done, then after that we are going to plan. So by executing the plan command, what you will get the output, the resources which you are going to create, it is going to show out to you. If you are okay with that, you can execute the command Terraform apply. Then the resource group will be created. Yes, successfully the repository or working directory has been successfully initialized. Then the command I am going to execute is Terraform plan. So it is going to show the resources which it will be created. Let me check. We need to wait until it has been successfully created. So one more thing guys, whenever you had executed script, yes, here it is going to show to you guys. If you execute the script, one resource will be created. The resource is PowerShell, means like resource group. Here the Azure is going to create the resource group and the ID will be known after the apply and location is used to as the name of the resource group is RG1. Okay guys, ID when the ID will be generated, whenever it comes into the real-time action, then only the ID will be created and it will be visible to us. But it is in the still planning stage, that's why it is showing the ID will be visible after apply stage only. Here only one resource will be created. Simply type Terraform apply, and before doing this, let me check whether I have any existing resource groups are there with the name RG1. So right now you have any resource groups available with you? No resource group has been available right now. Just go here and Terraform apply. So it is going to create what it will create? One resource group. Once it has been successful, then it is going to show to a message guys, enter a value. Yes, I am going to mention yes. It is asking you whether you want to create or not. If you press yes, it will be performed. If you press no, it is abstracting you, means it will stop. See the guys, it is going to create the resource group. You need to wait for some time. until it will be creating. Yes, apply complete, resource 1 added. Okay, fine. I'm going to confirm the same from portal. Yes, the resource group 1 has been created. In which location? It has been created in the East US location. So in this way, we can be able to create the multiple resources in the portal from our local machine. Okay guys, hope you guys understand. So simply what I had done, I had installed the Terraform on my local machine, and through Visual Studio Code I am going to execute the script. I just made the communication from my local machine through the app registration or service principle. So once the communication has been successfully established, the script I am going to develop in the my local machine. Whenever I execute the script, the resources which I had defined in the script, it is going to execute or created in the portal. And if you want to delete, then what is the command? Terraform destroy. Again it is asking you value, whether you want to destroy or not. You need to pass the value yes, then automatically the resource will be deleted. Let me check whether it is going to ask or not. You need to wait guys. So I am going to show it to you how that will be done. Yes, it is asking me yes, then it is going to process further, then the resource group which had created, it is going to delete. So once the destroy has been completed, let me check whether the RG1 resource group has been successfully deleted or not. 100% it will be deleted. There is no doubt at all. Anyway, I just want to show it to you guys. Yes, it showed the message, the destroy completed, the resource is 1. Here, come to the portal, just refresh here, it gone, means it has been successfully deleted. So in this way we can be able to provision and manage the resources from instead of logging to the portal, simply from my local machine with the help of the Terraform I can be able to provision and manage the resources in the portal account. Okay guys, hope you guys understood the session. Okay guys, thank you so much. I will meet up you in the next session with a new topic. Until signing off, thank you, bye bye.